Hi, I'm Karen McCarthy, an independent stylist with Color Street Dry Nail Strips, and I want to show you how easy it is to get glamorous nails in no time at all. I have my nails all prepped. I've washed my hands to get any oil and lotions, anything like that off, and I'm going to put this down so you can see what it's like. Color Street Dry Nail Strips are just that. They are base coat, polish, and top coat all in one in a strip that goes on dry. They are so incredible. What I'm going to do today is a look I haven't tried before, so I'm going to try it with you guys. This is Cape Coral, and I'm going to use that as a base. And then I am going to put Mojave Gold on over the top of it. Or do I want to do it the other way around? I may kind of play around and do a little bit of each. This was actually an exclusive strip just for hostesses. So a lot of times we have exclusive sets for our hostesses that no one else has access to. Having a nail party is so much fun and so easy. Love doing live ones. We kind of got away from that with the COVID thing, but we can do Facebook ones also. So if you're interested in some free product and possibly an exclusive nail set, let me know. First of all, I'm going to show you what the package is like. So on the back, and sometimes on the inside, just depending on the packaging, there is a reminder of how to put the nails on. And then when you open them up, there's also a little information about the product itself. You always get a prep pad, which is like an alcohol wipe, and an adorable little mini file. I'm going to put those two aside. The mini files have different styles. I hear some people are collecting them. And then you have a package with 2 of these strips of 8 nail strips. I gotta think of another word for the long one. Anyway, that's because we want to be able to size to most people's nails. Now, if you have really wide nails and they're short, you can also turn the nail sideways, the strip sideways, to accommodate that. So one thing I want to say is we don't want to have these exposed to air too long. So I just take out what I need, put the rest back in the package. And then when we get done, now they're not guaranteed from this point on, but I have my hair straightener handy, and I put the extra ones back in the package, smooth out all of the air, and then seal the end really well. And then if you get the air out, they can last quite a while, but definitely in case you break a nail or something happens and you have to redo a nail. So great for that. Okay, let me put this out of the way so I don't burn myself. The first thing we do is take the alcohol prep pad and we wipe each of our nails just to get any additional, I know it's in here, I feel it, oils off of your nails. I have super oily nails. I could never keep regular polish on, and I love pretty nails, so I was redoing my nails or touching up every single night. It was just really the pits. And these actually stay on my bare nails. Now right now I have acrylics because I wanted to have longer nails and I have very weak nails, so I do have acrylics. And it's really great because I don't have the time or the money to go every 2 weeks, so I can put a new set of these over the top of something as they start to grow out and extend time between my fills, which is really great. Or like during COVID when we couldn't get to the salon. Okay, I am definitely going to play around a little. I'll show you what I'm going to do with one of them, and then we'll see what we're going to do. Always takes me a while to find the little tab. There it is. So I'm just going to pull out one, and let me get my nail file. These go back easily into the container if you use a nail file so that they don't try to catch on the back. Maybe. There we go. So I'm just going to pull out the top one. And if I need more, I can maybe, well, I'll take them both out and put one back in. They were stuck on each other. I can always get more out later on, but I'm going to put them in here so that they're just not exposed to the air for any longer than we have to. That's the hardest part, you guys, is getting these back in the package. Everything else is pretty darn easy. There we go. All right, I'm going to smooth the air out, and I'm going to set something heavy on it. There we go. All right. So at least on some of these, I am going to put this as the base and then this over the top. And let me show you what I mean by getting these out. I was going to use one of our Thanksgiving sets, Brownie Delight, I think it's called. And I sold it. I thought that would be really cool as the base under this Mojave Gold. So pretty. I don't know if my lighting is letting the nails show up to advantage because I don't have great lighting here yet. We just got the fixtures that we need to put a really good light over my workspace here. Okay, let me get the air out, put this over here. So I'm going to, on some of them, have this color as the base and then this color as the top, and I'm just going to overlap them like this. I think I'll probably do one where I have it at a diagonal. You can do so many things. You can just put them on just plain, or you can play around and have a lot of fun. So I'm going to put this on first on my pinky. Now, this is the smallest one, and it is just a little bit too small for my nails when I have acrylics on, because it does make my nails a little bit bigger. But there's a trick, because I like to use this up and not waste it. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Oh, I'm spacey today. This is just a protective overlay. Sometimes it has an orange tab. Usually it's purple, just to keep it even safer. And then the product itself is attached to this gray tab. And you just lift that up, and you don't have to worry about touching it. I mean, you don't want to manhandle it because the sticky will go away, but you want to hold it down where you've got some control over it, and you're going to put it on just right above your cuticle. This one, however, is probably a little bit too narrow, so I'm going to just hold it. I'm going to move everything out of the way so I have room. I'm just going to hold it gently on either side and just stretch it just a little bit. You almost feel like you're not even doing anything. You don't want to stretch too far, it will tear. If it's a glitter like this, the tear disguises very easily though. And I just stretched it out just enough that it will now fit my nail. So I'm going to go right above my cuticle. And I didn't stretch it quite enough, so I'm going to stretch it a little bit more. It normally doesn't take quite as long to put these on my nails, but I have to, whoops, see, now I tore it. But it's not, you're not even going to know. When I'm not doing a live or a video, I have my glasses off and I have my nails right up by my face because my eyes are just terrible. So I'm kind of trying to get everything done here half blind. Okay, then I just smooth up, out to the sides, all the way to the end, and then I go behind my nail and just perforate that extra off. And then I'm just going to fold everything back over. Later on I'll go and I will file from behind and just get any extra off, but I'm going to leave it just like that for now so that it can dry completely a little bit and not shrink. So I think I have enough left on this side to do this nail because my nails aren't super long right now. So I'm going to pull that tab off and stretch this out just a little bit. Now this end is a little bit wider than the other. They're just a hair wider on one end than the other, which is kind of how our nails are. But I still am going to stretch it out just a little bit. Put it on right above. Just smooth out. If you get wrinkles, it's really easy with one of these rubber cuticles sticks to just smooth the wrinkles out and make sure it's really sticking on your nails. And making sure it's all the way to the end. Now, if I were doing this not on a video, this little bit right here is actually enough to do one of my toes, and I can put the extra on my toes. All right, so there's just a normal application. Now you can see a little bit that I did have a tear there. If it's a super glitter like this one, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell. But unless you're looking super close, you can't tell. I may do something with that in a little while. I'm going to take, well, in fact I am, because I'm going to use this one. I don't have to stretch this one because I've already got the base color on. And I am just going to put this one up just a little further, so I've got a little of the, well, I guess I do have to stretch it a little. I have a little of the coral bay showing with the Mojave Gold on top. You may not even be able to see the difference in this light. It's going to be pretty subtle. The one I was going to use was brownie. It was a glittery brown. I thought that would have been so pretty. Yeah, you're not, it's just going to be just a little shimmery difference. Whoa, that tab came off right away. So I've got enough left, and I was careful not to get it folded in on itself. I have enough left to do this finger, with enough left to do a toe if I were so inclined. However, I'm not going to try to get my toes up here. That could be entertaining for you guys maybe, but all right. So there's how easy it is to do that. So I'm going to keep doing it that way for a couple of nails. And I think I'm going to do something different on the middle finger. Just change it up a little bit. Let's see. A lot of times this is the one that I use for my pinky, and it's a little bit too big. And I'll show you in a little while what you do if they're a little bit too big. It's super easy to size them. All right, so I just stretched it out a little bit. Smooth it up and on. I mean, you can do just almost anything right after you get done. You don't want to do dishes or anything like that for a while. It takes anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour for them to firmly seal around the edges. So you can do, you know, light things and don't do anything heavy or lots of dishes, and they will be fine. And then once they're sealed, they're sealed. But you don't have to worry about smudging. You know, I always had to worry about smudging with the wet nail polish. That and the smell. If you get up really close, I guess some people can smell the nail polish. I can't smell that. Nope. There we go. That's how easy that is. I'm trying to decide, do I leave that the same? No, I think I'm going to put some of the Mojave Gold over the top. Decisions. You can Google Color Street nail designs, and some people, oh my gosh, they must spend an hour cutting little pieces and making patterns on their nails, and it turns out so incredible. I don't have that kind of patience. So this is about as fancy as I get. Whoops, put that on the wrong one. Now, if you've stored them and you open them up later and try to fix something, or even do a second set with the set you've already used, if it's just starting to dry out, so it's not really sticking, but it's not like stiff, I take clear nail polish, put it on my nail like as glue, and then put it over the top, and it holds it down, and then you don't have to worry about it drying because the dry nail strip is already on the top. I will take a picture after I'm done and hopefully get in some better light, and you'll be able to see. It is really pretty. Just a very subtle difference. All right, so on this one, I'm going to put the Mojave Gold. I've done this enough, I kind of know which strips fit which finger, so it might take you a little bit for the first couple of times, just kind of measuring, but I know that this one fits this finger really well. So I'm going to put Mojave Gold down first. And this nail is a little bit longer, it looks like. I may not be able to do... Yep, I can. Because actually, since I'm putting something else over the top, even if this doesn't go quite to the end, it won't matter because I'm putting the Coral Bay over the top. But it did, is exactly what I needed. Now, if you're doing a solid that doesn't have any glitter, they do need a little bit more work to go on without wrinkles. The glitters are my favorites because I like glitter to begin with, and then they just go on super easy also. You'll notice I'm starting with my little finger and working towards my thumb, and that's because we do use our thumb quite a bit for sizing and things like that. And it just keeps them from trying to peel up when we do them last. When I do my thumb, I'll use, or one of these, I'll use the one that's too big so I can show you how to size it. If they're, like if you've got teeny tiny fingers, we do have a few petite sizes for teeny tiny fingers, even tinier than mine. I can use the petites if I stretch them, but they are much narrower and shorter than our regular nails. Great for like young girls, preteens. got a little that, I'm leaving a lot of that extra, but it got just a little bit of the stuff that was going to be driving me nuts. Okay, so I'm going to go back to putting this down first. I'm going to use this because it will be a little bit too big. So you can see also, since I'm getting double duty out of each strip, I can actually get 2 full sets and probably my toes out of one package, provided that I get all the air out or let someone else use it when I'm using it. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit too wide, so what I'm going to do is put it as close to one side as it will go, and then smooth it out just like before. Everything else is going to be the same. And let me use this on the other finger before it dries out. It doesn't dry out that fast, but sometimes it doesn't take too long, especially in the summer. And then they'll have trouble sticking a little bit. Okay, so you can see that, I think you can see that one side is a little bit too big. So I can use my nail, or I can use the pointy end of my cuticle stick, and I'm just going to go and perforate along the edge of that nail and then just pull the extra away. It's really sticking to my skin. It wants to stay. Just pull that extra away, and then it's fitting perfectly. So it doesn't matter if they're too big. You can always fix it. So I need to do the same thing on this one. So this time I'm just going to use my fingernail. If you don't have very long fingernails, then you can use the cuticle stick. It does not want to get off. I don't want to use this finger if I can, because it will probably start to peel that up. I mean, it's okay. I'll just stick it back down, but the less we have to do that, the better. Okay, and now I will put the Mojave Gold. If you haven't seen our catalog, you can go online to www.colorstreet.com. I had to stop and think, /copper sunflower nails, and you can look at the catalog there. We have paper catalogs, but there's always a whole lot more on the website than in the catalog, because we have limited edition releases. Gosh, it seems like every 2 or 3 weeks. So there's a lot of stuff that just hasn't sold out yet that is still on. Like, that's where our holiday designs show up and that type of thing. So it's always fun to go in and look and see what we've got that's not even in the catalog. Okay, well, obviously we didn't get the filing done there. Okay, so I'm going to reverse this one like I did. So I'll have 2 that are reversed. That top coat has static cling a lot. It sticks to me. If you get it on your cuticle, it's not horrible, but it will keep it from totally sealing there. So you can always just trim it up later. If it's not sealing really well, you can also take like a Q-tip or something with fingernail polish remover and just kind of gently work around there till it, I guess you want, melts it in. I don't know what you would call it. Okay, and I can go ahead and do this even though it's not quite long enough, because I am going to cover it. That side's just a little bit too wide. I'm going to use this rather than my thumbnail, since I've already done that thumbnail. And then grab the Coral Bay and, oh, should I do a diagonal? Okay, I'll do a diagonal on my thumb. So let me get it here. I'm just going to put it at a diagonal, smooth it down like I normally would, and then just perforate at the edge of the nail. And then I should be able, ooh, that one's really sticky. I should be able to use this on the other one. I didn't get it too wrinkled. Oh, I got the end wrinkled there. Let's see if I can fix it. no, it's not worth it, so I'm just going to take it off and I'll use another one. And now I've got it all over my fingers. All right, and then I'm just going to take the cuticle stick and just trim out all that extra stuff. Peel it up. If you're watching and you're not in my area, I'm in Anaconda, Montana, I would love to know where you are from, and also if you've used Color Street dry nail strips before. Come on. I can't do two things at once, so I can't talk too much when I'm focusing like this. This one's like, there we go. Okay. Now let me get the extras off here. And since I'm doing a diagonal, I'm going to use one of these smaller ones. Keep those big ones in case I need to redo a thumb or something. Oh, I just got the wrong color. I know I'm having so much trouble. I usually do the diagonal up here. I do the second coat up here, and I'm doing it kind of backwards today because I decided to do it too late. Oh, see, I'm all static cling there. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I want to go this way on this one because I didn't have enough to do my whole nail. So I'm not going to worry about saving any because I don't have any more nails to do. And just fold it back. And that's it. That's how easy it is. And I can do anything except wash dishes right now. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later.